Hello and welcome to ITR Alliance. Thank you for joining us today as we walk through ITR Economics Cloud Solution for your economic needs, where you can upload your data and see the analysis of how your company matches major leading economic indicators. Through Alliance, you can check your own data, upload new data, add company divisions, and see leading indicators automatically find correlations to your company. Our goal with Alliance is to make your experience as seamless as possible, so most of this tutorial will be walking you through where to find the tools you'll be using. The actual process of completing the upload and running analysis are simple and easy to use. So let's get started. You'll need to head on over to ITR subscriber portal at www.itrondemand.com. In the right-hand corner, you'll see the sign in option. Here you'll need to enter your username and password as it was provided to you by the customer care team. We recommend that when signing in for the first time, you immediately change your password to one of your own choosing. To do so, please hover over your account profile and go down to user information. You'll notice here that you can edit your password. Let's quickly review all of the tabs available to you. The Insider and the Trends Report. Should you also be an active subscriber to one of our monthly publications, you'll have access to your subscription here in addition to the emails you're accustomed to receiving from us each month. The Datacast, Partnership, and Consulting. These are additional services ITR has to offer, and I encourage you to check those out when your time allows. Another great resource is the More section. Here you can check out ITR's free blogs, vlogs, and videos. And don't forget to stop by the ITR store for all your economic needs. Finally, for the tab we've all been waiting for, let's move to the Alliance. Immediately, you will see it gives you three options: Datasets, View Analysis, and Favorites. Now, if this is your first time visiting the Alliance portal, there'll be no analysis or favorites for you to view. So let's begin by looking at the data upload section. To help in the navigation of your web portal, there's a resource section to the left of the page. When you click the arrow, you will find quick links to the most frequently used tools of the program. We're going to scroll down and we're going to utilize this dataset template file. When you click on that, it's going to open this file below. Please keep in mind that this data template must be used in order to properly upload your information into the system. From here, you can simply copy and paste your historical monthly data into column B. It is important to note that your data needs to be monthly. That is what will accurately calculate your monthly moving total and your monthly moving averages. ITR recommends at least 10 years of historical data for best results, but for smaller divisions, 5 years is acceptable. Once you have saved your file and closed it, you're ready to begin uploading your data. I have previously created my data file, so I'm going to close out of this spreadsheet and begin the upload process. When you're back on the dataset landing page, you're going to head down to Upload New Dataset. You'll notice this box opens up and you'll need to fill out the appropriate fields. First is data name. This is a required field, so you will need to fill this out. Next is the description. This is not a required field, but if you're going to be uploading multiple data sets within your company, you're going to want to put something in here so you can differentiate. The data type, base, and units are all optional. You can fill those out if you'd like to. And then over here, you're going to go and find your data file. Please also note that if you're looking for that dataset template, you do have the option to download it here as well. Once you've attached your data file, you can upload that data set. The data import itself only takes a few moments. Once it's complete, Alliance is going to take you back to the dataset landing page, and you'll see that our new data set has populated. You can continue on this process until all your data sets have been uploaded. When next month comes, you do not have to perform this whole import function again. You can simply edit your data set. To do that, click this eyeball next to your data set. And from here, you can edit numerous areas of your data set. You can revise the data type, the base, the units, your description. And over here, this add a row. If you're just going to be adding data monthly, you can just add one row. If it's something you're going to be doing quarterly, you can also add multiple rows. You'll notice that the date is going to automatically populate for you. You simply have to add in the value, and then you're going to save and exit. Alliance will automatically update your charts with the most recent history entered. Alliance is also in real time, meaning that when ITR Economics updates their indicator data history, this will automatically update your charts as well. So just a few notes before we run the anticipated analysis. Depending on the data set you run, your analysis could take anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. You can run an analysis and walk away, a set it and forget it philosophy. You will receive an email once your analysis is complete. ITR recommends updating your analysis whenever you upload new data or at a minimum of 60 days. Finally, we're ready to run that analysis. To do this, we have two options. The first is this green button next to your new data set. The other option is this Run Analysis tab. They're both going to bring you to the same place, so we're just going to click here. First, what you need to do is you need to select the data set that you want to run that analysis against. The Alliance indicator automatically defaults for you, and then you can select Run Analysis. From here, if you'd like to view the status of your analysis, you can simply click this button or head over to the Analysis tab. From here, you'll notice that it's saying that our data is processing. This green bar will move further down the line as it continues to process. And then once it's completed, you'll notice below you'll have a full green line and it'll have the completed below. Now that we've successfully uploaded data into Alliance, let's explore the different features and tabs throughout the portal. Let's go over into the View Analysis section. Let's start by reviewing a few of the items further below the chart. Here you'll notice once again that you can choose the data set that you want to view. Here you can search for a specific indicator. Down below, you can also filter alphabetically. Correlation. This shows how often your company data and the indicator are moving in the same direction, giving the suggested lead lag value. The correlation listed is the highest correlation possible, considering a range of how many months the indicator could lead or lag the data set. The closer to 1, the stronger the correlation. The closer to -1, the stronger the inverse correlation. By using the arrows next to the word, you can sort by highest to lowest, or vice versa. Next to that, we have lead lag. The lead lag time calculated is the best fit shift to the business cycle and is based off the calculated highest correlation calculated. Finding a leading indicator with a lead lag time greater than 1 could give indication of future business cycle movement for the company dataset. Finding a lagging indicator with an ITR forecast could also give forward-looking information about possible business cycle movements for the company dataset. Please note, there may be times when the lead lag time provided makes mathematical sense, but doesn't necessarily fit with your logical assumptions. Once again, by using the arrows next to the word, you can toggle by longest lead time to longest lag time, or vice versa. To the right of the indicator, we have a few buttons here. First, Add to Charts. Click this button to add specific indicators to your Save Charts dashboard, and we'll go over that Save Charts in just a little bit. The star in the middle. This is going to be Add to Favorites. You can click this button to add the specific indicator to a list of your favorites. And once again, we'll be going over that just shortly. The eye. This is a View Indicator Information. And when we click on this button, it's going to provide some further details about the indicator, including the definition. The Records per Page. You can use this feature to view more indicators per page while searching. You also have this Filter By option. This helps to narrow your indicator search. From here, you can filter by categories, favorites, or all indicators versus indicators you just ran your analysis against. If you're using these options and you're filtering, you can always use this clear button, and that's going to take you back to all indicators and wipe those filters. We're going to scroll on up just a little bit here. Here you'll see we have the Invert Indicator button. If your data has a negative correlation to an indicator, it may be helpful to view it in an inverted view. This view flips the right vertical axis. In some cases, cyclical decline in the indicator could contribute to cyclical rise for your business. It may be valuable to look at the indicator data on an inverted axis in these cases. The Business Cycle Phase button. This will display the ITR business cycle phases by their respective color codes. Please note the phases are calculated based on the indicator data and are not determined by an economist. To read more about the business cycle phases, please refer to the reference sections to the left. Once again, under that resource section, you have phases of the business cycle, and if you click on that, that's going to open just some more information about those. The Toggle Lead Lag button. When you enable the Toggle Lead Lag, Alliance will shift the indicator data on the chart to consider the relevant timing relationship between each included indicator and your company data as calculated by the program. The Move indicator Changing the lead lag time when comparing your data to an indicator allows you to test the assumptions you have within your business regarding the relationship your data has to the overall economy or certain markets. This area allows you to make manual adjustments if you want to use a number that is not the number of months listed in the lead lag column. Just above that, you'll notice that you have a few options for exporting your chart. You can export it as an image, you can print, and you have the option for a PDF as well. The axis to the left shows the company data scale. To the right shows the indicator data scale. And the bottom axis shows the years for the length of the data history. If a dotted line is at the end of the indicator data, this means there's an available ITR forecast. The forecast indicates what the data series will do in the future. Up above on the right of the chart, you'll notice that you have a few buttons. The first option, when you hover over, will show you the closest data point when you hover. The next will compare two data points when you're hovering. You have the option to zoom in or out on a specific part of the chart. This home button will reset everything for you. You have the option to zoom into the whole chart, and then the option to pan as well. You'll notice below, when we choose a different data set, that both the header of the chart and the list of indicators are going to change. This is because the analysis is performed on each company data set separately, identifying the highest correlation for each. Now that we've looked at growth rates, let's look at the overall health of the business, as well as any seasonality. To do this, we're going to scroll up and we're going to select on this Data Trends tab. Once again, you will notice the chart defaults to the first data set that you ran the analysis against. So once again, you're just going to have to scroll down to the bottom and just make sure you're choosing the data set that you wish to view. Just as a reminder, you once again can utilize that resource section over here to the left if you need to refresh yourself with how the monthly moving totals or monthly moving averages are calculated. You could use the terminology methodology video for that. This will help when you are deciding if you want to look at your business as a total or as an average. We recommend that if your data is in unit or dollars, use the totals. If your data is an index of sorts, we recommend that you use the average. On this chart, you can see the overall health of the business throughout the length of history that was uploaded. The blue is the annual trend, while the green line is the quarterly trend. The quarterly trend is where you'll see any seasonality, sales promotions, product launches, and so on. Just a little tip, that if you head up to the chart and you hover over, you can see any of the specific periods in time and the value of the data. You can also compare the 3MT and 3MMA of two different data sets. From here, we're going to head on over to the Download Data tab. This is where you can download 3 different types of content from Alliance. The first section of the Download Data tab, you can download your company's data into the rates of change and monthly moving totals and averages. Once again, please be sure that you just select the data set that you're looking to download that data for. You can see that that information is populated, and then you'll just need to select Download Data. That Excel file is going to populate right for you on the bottom. Down below that, the second type of data you can download is the indicator list with correlation values and lead lag relationships to the data set you have uploaded in Alliance. First, choose the data set that you wish, and then select Download List. Keep in mind this is going to be a summary table of all the findings from all the analyses that have been run to date. The third type of data that can be downloaded is the historical data for the indicators found within your analysis. By using the different search options, you can search in your search bar for a specific name, or you can use the buttons once again to toggle between your correlation and lead lags, find the indicator that you wish to download, and simply click this Download Indicator Data. You'll notice it populates with the rest below. This file is typically used for personal graphing or charting. Please note in this section, only the ROC data is available. There's no monthly or quarterly data that can be provided. Let's move on from the Data tab into our next section. We're going to head to the left and go over to the Favorite Indicators. Alliance provides you the ability to create a favorites list, compiled of your most commonly used indicators. This list can be used across multiple data sets and can be used in the future to save time. To accomplish this, you're first going to want to find the best matches for your company. You have the option to use the search bar to look for specific indicators. You can sort by categories, Once you have your favorites list, you'll be able to access those there and pull them up. And you once again have the option for the all indicators or just the indicators you ran your analysis against. Here, you can certainly use those toggle buttons. And you find something you want to add to your favorites list, we're going to hit this star. You'll notice that this pops up and you're able to create a new list or save to an existing. For today, let's create a new list. To access your new favorites list, simply click on Favorites, select your favorites, and you'll notice that the indicator we just added is right here at the top with a green star. All of the favorites that you have on your list are going to populate to the top when you're in this view, and the stars will all be highlighted green. To add more indicators to your list, you can simply click the star, and they're going to be added right to this favorites list for you. You can also remove them by just unclicking that star. Let's now transition over to the Save Charts. This section is a dashboard for your favorites charts. This section is a dashboard for your favorite charts. Your saved charts are going to be compressed to show the business phases, timing, and the correlation. They'll be listed alphabetically. From here, you can delete or remove any of your favorite charts by clicking this little trash can. And underneath, you have that I button again, that once again, if you click on that, you'll be able to see more information about the indicator as well as the definition. To view the corresponding chart that goes with the indicator, you're just going to click on the indicator name. You're going to see that chart's going to populate for us below. The functionality of the chart is very similar to the analysis page. You'll see that you have all your buttons over here to the right. Up above, you also have this lead lag button. When you enable the toggle lead lag option, Alliance will consider the relevant timing relationship between each included indicator and your company data. The dashboard will depict the trajectory that each indicator is signaling for your company. You can learn more about this in the Alliance manual. So before we conclude, I just want to draw your eye back over to this resource section. Here, there are several great items at your disposal. You have several documents like the phases of the business cycle, management objectives, and terminology and methodology that will give you further insight on ITR economics. Your dataset template is going to be available for you. The Alliance frequently asked questions that we will continue to update. You have a quick guide. You can also access recent announcements. If we're doing any updates on Alliance, you'll be able to read about those more through that link. Please feel free to reach out to us anytime using our direct line, which is 603-796-2500, or you can reach us via email at customercare@itreconomics.com. If you're using Alliance, you'll notice that you also have this chat option over here to the right. You click on that. During business hours, someone can also assist you there. Thank you so much for your time today in reviewing this demonstration, and we look forward to your feedback in the future. I hope you have a wonderful day.